Cast members Elizabeth Bunch and Jay Sullivan are joining us now with more details about this classic story, all set back in, what, 1934, right? So when you guys are preparing for a role like this, because it is such a classic, what is your process? And I know it's probably different for each one of you.
Yeah, I mean, this particular Agatha Christie, a lot of people know because there have been movies recently. Right. So sometimes it's interesting to see what other people have done with it. It's interesting to go back to the source material and read the original novel. But this production is adapted by Ken Ludwig, and he's got his sort of own style and take to it. So you can do some research, but at the same time, you have to sort of embrace the material that you've been given.
Make it your own, right?
Yeah, and quite honestly, did both of you do dialect coaches? Because it was all sort of, I mean, it's very specific, right?
I think there are probably 9, 10 different regional and country dialects on stage at the same time. It's really easy to get pulled into somebody else's dialect at first. But yeah, we worked with an incredible dialect coach who trained us up on what we were specifically doing.
And he was literally in every rehearsal with us. We could do private sessions with him, or he's listening to every rehearsal. You can get constant notes so that you're really specific on what you're doing.
And you guys are professionals, clearly, but how hard is that to not only think about everything you need to do on stage in character, but then concentrate on that dialect when you're hearing other dialects around you?
Well, you want to get it so naturally set. It's a physical adjustment in the way you make the sounds with your mouth. So you adjust those, practice it so much that it becomes second nature and you don't even have to think about it. It's just like a mask or a piece of costume that you're wearing while you're playing the part. So you can act without thinking about it because you already have it set.
It's almost like muscle memory, right?
Right.
Courtney is very good at accents, I will say.
Right on.
Not at all.
Totally joking. Let's talk about the storyline here, because it's a murder mystery, right? But it's an exciting show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a group of people are taking off on one of the most elegant and palatial modes of transportation of the age, and a crazy group of people. Everybody is so distinct and distinctive, and then all of a sudden the greatest detective in the world has arrived as well, and then there's a murder on board. So all the elements come together.
It is awesome. And I will say, here we're looking at photos here, but the Alley Theater, quite honestly, is one of my favorite places. It's super intimate. What's that like for you being on stage there? I know, Jay, that you've been on several productions, and so what's that like to be on that stage at the Alley?
This particular show is really fun for us too, I think, because we're using the stage in a way that we have not before. The train is sort of floating. So we are at the same level as the middle of the audience, whereas opposed to sometimes you're like, oh, I want to be in the front row because I want to be close. I think everyone in the theater is getting an equal experience because we're sort of more in your face. We're way up in the air. And then we also use the stage. It's a thrust theater, so we come way down close to the audience too. So it's a really exciting, different way to see that space used, a place that we basically live there.
Right.
And, you know, so it's really fun to be in that space in a different way.
And it's all set in this train car that we're seeing on the screen right now, right?
Kind of. There's a few scenes that take place before they get on the train. So yeah, we use the space in a little bit of a different way. And it's not like a classic grandfather clock and wool sweater kind of look. It's really sleek and modern, and I think our set design and what our director has done with it really sort of blows the dust off an older script. It makes it feel really sleek and modern and exciting.
Well, let's talk about your characters too. So Elizabeth, you play Helen Hubbard from Minnesota.
I do. She's from Minnesota, which is always, the crowd just loves right away. I think the Minnesota dialect for Texans in particular is so fun and striking. Whereas if I were doing it for my sister's family, she would maybe not think it sounds that different. Right? From their day-to-day life. Yeah, Helen Hubbard, she's a lot of fun though. She gets to be the loud, annoying American with this huge international contingent of travelers.
And Jay, let's talk about your character.
I play Colonel James Arbuthnot. He's a Scotsman. It was Sean Connery in the first film iteration, but in the novel and in the more recent Kenneth Branagh film adaptation, he's an Englishman originally. I think Ken Ludwig left him Scottish because he enjoyed the first so much. But he's on board, perhaps involved in a romance with a young woman that's also on board the train, and they're trying to keep that a secret, but unsuccessfully. Perhaps are involved in more. They're mysterious and...
Well, that's the thing about playing any of these characters that are on the train. Everyone is a suspect.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, the great fun for the audience is, do you take what people are saying at face value? Would it be somebody that makes, you know, a spectacle of themselves that could be the guilty party, or is it someone that's trying to stay in the shadows? And so it's really fun to always sort of know that you're under the microscope.
And it's part of the game for the audience also to come in. You're coming in to see a full, beautiful production. It's a great play and a great story, but it's also a game to see if you can solve it before it's revealed to you at the end of the play.
It's such a great interactive show that keeps the audience on the edge of their seats. Let's put the info up on our screen to ensure that people know how and when they can get tickets and go see the show. I love that tickets start at just $28, alleytheater.org, running through August 25th. You can check out the website for times. 713-220-5700 is the number to call, or, of course, the website again, alleytheater.org. Elizabeth and Jay, thanks so much for stopping by.
So nice to be
See you at
here.
the theater.
Right on.
Great.
Absolutely. Well, coming up next.